Yay, I think I'm live. Yoo-hoo. I still got that totally slanted desk view because of the way my camera arm is attached to a shelf next to me. Oops, and I got glare. I'm just gonna flip up this page so we get rid of the glare. Okay, today I am living out a dream that I have had for quite a while, which is to collage something with newspaper. I watch a lot of people do like glue booking and all that stuff, and I totally get the zen feeling of sitting and then just gluing things. But I've been not that much fantasy about what the heck to glue, right? So for quite a while, I've been pondering about how about gluing something that turns out to be a face using just one shade of paper, like for instance, newspaper. Could be like a scrapbook paper, but in my fantasy, I'm thinking black and white and then newspaper, right? Hi, Rhonda. Nice to see me. I'm doing fine. Oh, that's a. I am stressed and a little bit confused in my head. It's been like a rough time, so I feel like I barely can speak, not even in English, but also in Danish. Those kind of periods where it's like my brain has been on an autopilot for quite a while. Like I'm there, but I'm not. That stressed vacuum. So I actually just made an upload to YouTube where I felt that I was like stuttering my way through the speaking part of it. So I was a little bit hesitate pressing the go live button, but hey, yeah, well, I'm among friends, so it's okay to have some streams where I sound like incoherent or yeah. I think it's just an aftermath of having a really rough month. So my brain is totally taking a vacation. So hi Linda. You understand too much? Yes, yeah. And it's like the mind is coping with new problems every day. So suddenly it just hit the break button. Long weeks of work for me. Brain dead. That's a really good expression. Like you're there but not. But anyway, I hope that this ripping and tearing isn't affecting the sound of this stream. So it's just in the beginning here that it's gonna be like really loud. I will avoid every color from this newspaper. Just go black and white. I'm thinking about making like a middle tone for the background and then using light paper print as highlights and then find some dark black and white images to be the shadow area. So and it all began because I found this in my stash. It's map. It's actually deli paper, to wrap sandwiches in with. And it's just one giant map of a city, and I don't even know what city it is. Can we figure out? Hmm. Yeah, it's London. It's England. Yeah, it's England. Yeah. Hampstead Hill. I cannot get more British than that. So you know what? I'm thinking that this is such a nice middle tone compared to the white from the newspaper. So after bumping into this deli sheet, I have been pondering about making a collage for a while. And now is the day. So let me see. It's not too loud at all. That's good. So, oh, how cool. I would love to buy some of that wrap. I don't even know how old it is. It feels like 2 years or something. But I just went online and searched deli sandwich wrapping, and then I found four places that when you entered their website, they called it tissue. But it's, of course, it's kind of a tissue, but it's kind of wax treated, and I think it's because it has to contain food. So it's not like a complete transparent tissue, where it's going to dissolve completely, looking transparent when you put matte medium on it. You can still see some sort of surface because of the wax coating. So, but yeah, if you got like Daddy Vans, you can buff it on both pages to make it super transparent. But I don't have the Daddy Vans, so I'm not gonna go that far. Okay, I think I got a good starter of this paper here. I'm having stiffness in this hand and it's a little bit swallowed. So that's why you see me having strange hand positions when doing these things. I got used to having a dead hand when I wake up, so I don't really notice it anymore. But people around me sure does. I mean, I can sit and talk with people, and then suddenly they interrupt me, asking me, "What's wrong with your hand?" So, so it must be kind of visual for people who know me. So that's why I just throw it out there. Okay, let's see if this isn't a good start. Just to begin with, what would a smart person do? Don't you think that a smart person would start pasting the whole page with this one toned paper, then draw a sketch on top of it, and then working from the sketch, adding in the values? I think that would be the way to do it. Hi, Janet! I was lurking Patty. She had a stencil release. So if you guys are following Patty Tolly Parish, she's having her stencil sale. But I was just lurking, so I didn't go in and say hi. But I saw all you guys there. So okay, matte medium should be like the favorite glue to use for this project. But the reason why I want to do this is because I got this collage hobby glue for pap mache, they call it here in Denmark, and it's almost done. It's got that irritating last thing in the bottom, so now it's in danger to dry out. There's so much air in the almost empty container, so I feel that I should try using this up, because if I keep grabbing the matte medium, this one will just be dead. So if anyone out there is attempting to do this kind of project, it's not because I find it particularly awesome to use this papier-mâché glue. It's just because I want to use it up before it totally gets hard. So for sure, matte medium would be awesome for this. I didn't even know the drying time on this glue. I think to recall that is quite fast. So I really have to speed it up. Okay, I'm gonna cut the edges. So that was kind of a mistake I did right there. I should have. Can I? Yeah, I gotta remove it. Yay! Luck follows the fool. See, like this. So I trim off the edges when I'm done, so it looks better. I wonder if I can burnish it with this scraper. Yeah, I still can. Yeah, I can treat this like a. This is an ad. If you are peeing out of control, like you can't control your peeing. That's so hilarious about doing collages. You never know what you're gonna get. So I think I want to leave that word, uncontrolled peeing, right there, and try not to cover it up too much. Okay, the next one here is a new explanation why you cannot lose weight. Oh my god, so hilarious. Oh, I should go on top of this too, like we do with the matte medium, right? Yeah, I think I should try and focus on getting top and bottom glued in because that's the only way I know that I won't have overlapping areas with no glue under it. So maybe as a good routine for this is to simply do it systematically. Lena, just curious, what time is it there? It's 5:30 in the evening. So a good wife would be like pondering about when to make dinner at this hour and not turn on a live stream. But my family is well fed. They can starve. So I just decided to go on a live stream, even though it is just around that specific time of the day where every housewife needs to start prepping for that dinner, right? Okay, this one. New explanation why you can't lose weight. I think I got too much white on the edges of it. So I'm just gonna take that off. There is a 7-hour time difference between my country and the US. So I did make a mistake one Saturday. I think it was noon in my country. And then I thought, because I was so frisky, that I could do my live stream. And then nobody came. And I was thinking, okay, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning in the US. So I will not do that error once more. I have to wait until at least Tim Holtz or, some of the popular people have stopped their streams. Okay, there. Let's see. You're funny. I call it FFY. Fend yourself. Fend for yourself. And you know what they fend for, or if it's, I don't even know. That's a new word for me. They go for cereal. Isn't it strange? Like if I'm sick or not making dinner or something, they're eating breakfast with milk on it, like cereal. So I always tease them like, that's like feeding our cat because the cat got these dry diet with we call them crackers. I don't know if it's called that in the US too. But it's like animal crackers. So yeah, but it's better than them ordering something takeout or something because I would be totally jealous. Imagine the pizza guy ringing on the door. I'm sitting here live. You could see me end the stream in like 2 seconds. 6 a.m. middle of the night. Okay, so right now it is 6 p.m. It must be. Yeah, you guys with your AM and PM. Well, it must be confusing for you guys to watch my clocks because they are not stopping at 12. They are continuing to, the time is 13, 14, 15 up to 24 because every hour get a new number. So it must be very confusing when you're traveling abroad. For instance, in Europe, where it's quite common that it can be like 11 o'clock. And you'd be like, huh? Okay, I have like a giant piece right here. I don't think it's bad because in this area here, hopefully I will have to add another layer with a different value. So I'm just gonna paste in this giant piece right here. Whoop. I got my apron on. That's how little I trust my brain today. So I'm gonna not be afraid to be messy with this glue. Most food powders that I got with my clothes is very rarely paint. I seem to be really anal with looking out, not being messy with acrylic or paint or oil. But it's mostly matte medium. Isn't it crazy? And matte medium is like the worst to get out in the laundry. It's just kind of gets there forever as soon as it dries in. Okay, apparently I need more newspaper. I thought I ripped out quite a good chunk. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Gail. Oh my God, I got almost a full house. I got 9 people. Hello. I don't recall saying hello to 9, so I must have missed someone. Oh, it's the lurkers. That's true. Yeah. Hello to the people in the sky, if it's called that. For those of you who just came in, today I want to collage because for quite a while I've been wanting to collage a face using black and white newspaper. I think it's interesting because you can play with the value and the shadows by adding dark newspaper. So in my head, I am fantasizing about, oh, it's gonna look awesome. And when I'm done with it, and if I really like it, I can go on top of it with graphite. So I pulled out my Derwent XXL graphite sticks. They're water soluble. So I'm thinking, oh, charcoal and newspaper goes well hand in hand. It just looks so awesome. So nothing can go wrong, right? And for those who didn't hear when I started to stream, I am supposed to use matte medium. That would be like the correct glue for this collage. But I got this Danish glue for paper mache and collage. Does it show? And it's almost down to the bottom. There's like this little left. And we all know that empty containers, half empty containers like that, got so much air in them compared to product. So there is a slight chance that that glue is just going to dry out and be a hard rock. So instead of grabbing the matte medium, I'm hoping to be such a big pig with that glue today that I would actually, with good sense, be able to throw it out. There's nothing more fulfilling than using up the stash. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the most expensive house in the US. There is a house set for sale for $295 million. The world's most expensive house. That's fun. I bet now you all are wondering what kind of resident is that? Does it say where? Okay, it's the article is like the world's most expensive house with the fitting name as the, and then I ripped it off. So it's like the butler dying just before he reveals who the murderer is. Thank you for saving me. Put a pillow under my head. The killer was, and then he dies. You know, have wasted a lot of talking on something not important. Should I try and look where I ripped it off? But can you see how random our Danish newspapers are? Like beauty tips, um, concerned about other countries' stuff. No, it's impossible for me to see where I ripped it out. Okay. What else do we have here? We got this headline saying that now electric cars can be charged with the plug-in from your household. Then it doesn't really get easier than that, right? If you can just plug it in everywhere. I know that I should smooth this out with a scraper. I keep forgetting that. Let me glue this one on and then see if I can scrape on something that's partially drying up. But it doesn't look like I got many wrinkled or air bubbles so far. That's a cool thing about newspaper. There is some oomph about the weight of the paper, right? Like it's not like a napkin. So there is some solid body in this paper. Oh, I'm afraid to make a tear on the ripped edges. So it's like petting a dog, you know, you have to do it with the direction of the fur. Okay, I don't want to push my luck more with this. Oh. Hi, CB! Welcome to my house. We are going to make a paper collage today. Let me see if I can get this camera up higher. I picked such a big piece of paper that it will not all fit in the screen. But let's just have the camera there. I want to avoid every color. So if there is a picture in this newspaper that's in color, I'm gonna rip it out. Rip it off. Yep. So do you guys recall that I had this ferret cat with a wonky tail roaming my house? During winter, it was here all the time. I got an update on that cat. Turns out that it's the neighbor's cat. Yes. And it's a little bit funny because I was not aware that they knew that the cat kind of squatted and moved into my house. And what to say about my neighbor's wife is that she's very strict. I mean, she's got like 3 kids and they all cut corners like they're in the military. I mean, she's got those kids under fierce control, right? So I can just imagine how much it must bother her that she cannot control her cat. Um, so the way we found out was that one evening, pretty late, about 10 o'clock in the evening, it rang on the door, and it was the neighbor, and they were kindly asking to get their cat back because the cat needed a bath because they're treating it for just regularly for fleas by bathing the cat instead of using the pipette that you squeeze in the neck of the cat. And I was just laughing because I thought it was a ferret cat, like a wild cat that we were taking care of. And then suddenly neighbors calling, you know, ringing on my door asking kindly to get their cat back. And then after 3 hours, he returned to this house smelling all wonderful like shampoo. So isn't that hilarious? It cracked me up, I'm telling you. And I've been so cute to that cat because I thought it was a stray kitten. You know, there's something really sad about an animal all alone and the first winter and all, you know, like how shocking must it be to be born in the spring, the world is nice, warm, and then suddenly comes winter feeling like cold and hostile, you know, being outside. So now I know that I just wasted so much worry about this kitten. We even have a huge storm where me and my son, we were outside calling for the cat because we wanted the cat to be inside during the bad weather. But now I'm relieved that he at least has a home where he's taken care of and getting his treatments with fleas and everything. So, yay! Yeah, isn't that funny? So, and I have to say, I'm also relieved because, if you take in a cat, you're making a commitment for maybe 16 years or something. So it is a big commitment to embrace a ferret cat. So I was thinking about vet bills and all that, but now I can have this. I can enjoy this little cat, knowing that there will be no vet bills, and I shouldn't be worried if there is no food in our house. I don't have to. I have to admit there have been some times where I have been saving. I feed my cat shrimps, and this cat loves the ferret. The neighbor's cat loves shrimps too. There have been times where I have been saving more shrimps for the wild cat because he needs it more than my cat. You know what I mean? Like he is more exposed to uh, not getting fed or something. So now I just feel like, yay, what a cool way to have an extra pet. Let's see. That's funny. That's even after the cat abandoned the neighbor, they're still willing to treat him. Oh, thank you. But I don't know. I'm not sure if he can get in and out in their house like my cat. My cat got its own cat door. So I think that if they installed a kitty door for their cat, that he might be home in their house more often. But he's a kitten, so he sleeps a lot. Man, he can sleep like 16 hours in a row. So I can imagine that they sometimes must have been worried. Like their kitten goes out and is gone for 20 hours. I mean, I would worry like sick. I would be outside rattling the food, in a container, like, hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. So, but I feel sad for the kids in the house, because it's their cat. So what the heck? His name is Hugo, and we called him Lille Miss, which is a tiny kitten in Danish, because he is like a tiny cat. I just feel sad for the kids in the house because they should have that cat, right? It just feels a little bit wrong that small kids are without their kitty. So, but since they haven't asked for him before, they might have lost their interest in the kitty. I don't know. It happens with kids, you give them a pet and then it's fun for 3 or 4 months and then lose interest in it. So I don't know. Okay, this is glued now. I think it should dry up. And then I can sketch on top of it. I'm just gonna try and squeeze out the air like this. It's like it's gonna dry with a sheen. It's not matte medium. It's glossy glue. I don't like how it's making the newspaper transparent. So I got some not so good looking areas up here, I think. Yeah, maybe I need to cover up more of that. Whoops. Oh no. I forgot to give myself. This is the jug I'm using for messy stuff like acrylic water. I forgot to fill it up. So I'm just gonna go and fill it up and come right back. Hey, I got a sign for that, right? Let me see if I can take it up. Yeah. And then I'm gonna glue it right on my collage. I'll be right back. Does anyone remember? It was like a coloring book, mostly for watercolor, called "The Joy of Coloring." Was that the joy of? I bought it because it got enabled by Janet, made from Kirsty Rice. I just discovered that she's got a YouTube channel. So, in case anyone got that coloring book too, she's actually got a YouTube channel and she shows how to do her quick flowers and everything. So, it was a treat to look at her channel. Around here, you can't let your cat out, might get eaten by a coyote. Oh, yeah, we got foxes. And I think that a fox, if it's get really pushed by hunger, can grab a cat or two, but not in like springtime or in time where they can find their own food. Yeah, but it's just when a cat disappears, it's so heartbreaking because you don't know what kind of fate they ended up with. And I like to believe that they just found a new home. But I know that they can pretty easily be eaten by wildlife. Our foxes are red. They're so beautiful. Okay, this brush is going to suffer really bad from this. It's like there is some sort of lacquer in this. Is there anything written in English? No, there's nothing in English to translate what it is. It just says it's an all-around collage glue. But I can feel on the brush, that there is some sort of lac coating on it. I'm gonna try and dry this with a heat gun. So cover up your ears. Okay, I know you're not supposed to read when you glue something down, but here is a description of where your prostata is located in your body. I definitely need to cover this area up with something else. It's not dry yet. It takes longer time than the matte medium. So I'm just gonna carefully try to take it off the paper block and then trim the edges and hopefully it will dry. Ugh. Okay, scissors. I wonder if I could use the charcoal sticks on it anyway, even though it's not completely dried up. I wouldn't damage the charcoal stick because it's so fat and chunky. I can just scrape it off with a craft knife. Trimming off the edges is the best part when you've used napkins. So let me see how this looks. Whoops. Hey, Misha. Got a cat down my feet. It's my own cat. It's getting stuck to everything. Oh my god, I am so clumsy today. It's one of those days where I wouldn't be surprised if I found the butter knife inside the refrigerator, you know, like messing up things. So perfect day to do collage, right? I bought some ephemera to go with the Clint paper collection. Unfortunately, I'm gonna use them on a painting instead of just decorating stuff. But I was wondering whether I could scan in the ephemera and then having them as die cuts. So I also got another collage thing in my head where I'm gonna use the Klimt ephemera, but then I want to use the original ephemeras for that. Okay, I'm just gonna hit it the last time with a heat gun just to get the worst area dry. Hang on. Oh, once again, I was sitting here reading. New explanation why you cannot lose weight. And I actually think I need this explanation. You see, I gained some weight, like 5 kilos over the past 4 or 5 months, which is a little bit scary because I didn't feel like I binged or anything. It says here that if you got a malfunction liver, and it doesn't take much malfunction, like a liver working on overtime, it is reducing the ability to burn off fat, and that could be the reason why you are not able to lose weight. Oh, so now I kind of got an explanation, I think. But my new blood work was taken, and it seems like my liver numbers are going down to a more sane level than during Christmas. So, oh, I glued the lid to my table. Here we go. Okay, I feel brave enough to try and sketch on top of this. I should pick a dark charcoal stick for that. I'm thinking a sculpture like not a Greek Adonis, but like at least sculptured. Ugh. Okay. Eh, you could have like an eye here. I should make him rather big. I mean, the whole face should, most of the face, much as possible, should be on this surface here. Okay, since it's a sculpture, I don't think that I should give him like pupils or anything. All this is going to be covered up by newspaper. So this is just simply going to be some sketch guidelines. So I don't have to be totally specific or anything. I should totally stop talking and then just concentrating on making a cool sketch. It's like the generic fear of live streaming when you have to sketch something live. I don't care how skilled you are. I think all of us dislike sketching live stream. And it should be like that. As soon as what you're creating becomes easy for you or boring for you, you are not developing, because then you're not challenged. So don't ever feel that it's because you're bad at something, because you find it hard to do. Know that it's because you are developing and challenging yourself. Maybe I made that chin a little bit too wide. Man, he's looking pissed. He's looking like the neighbor stole his cat. Just saying. Don't worry. We're gonna cover him up with the collage pieces. He looks like a crook to me. He looks like a criminal. Okay, we're gonna have some hair right here. We're gonna need, maybe we could have like a hairline that goes all the way out here. Damn, I wish that he was lowered down. Okay, we're gonna give him a small forehead so that I get the pleasure of not having his head walk off the paper. Something like that's his hair. He would have like a jawline here. Have that V-shaped shade here. Another V shape down here. He would definitely have a blockage of shadow here, right? More shadow around the templates. Which side should be? It could be fun to decide that light is coming from this way, so this is going to be the dark, right? Okay, I can actually darken up. Maybe it would be like cheating. I should do that with the newspaper, shouldn't I? No, it's not cheating. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I know that this is going to be some sort of dark area here. We could actually have, just to ensure that it's going to pop, we could have some dark here. Look how easy it is with that charcoal stick. Can you see it? Especially if it's completely dry. You don't bump into, I can feel with my fingers I'm bumping into wet glue. Okay. Baby wipe. Now I need to be careful that it's not gonna end up as a charcoal drawing. It has to be a collage drawing. even though I'm having such fun with that charcoal block. So uh, that was a very moist baby wipe. Have you ever had a baby wipe that you could almost like squeeze liquid out of? That was so strange. Okay, but good, I'm wearing an apron. Okay, now comes the part where I think I should avoid colored pieces newspaper. I should aim for black and white. So back to the newspaper. I think I'm gonna put this over here to dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna start ripping off dark value from the newspaper. I got a couch right here. I can use. Oh, I can also use this one up here. Ah, there's more here. That's like one piece. And then this one. What if I took a ruler? Would it be easier? I know now I would lose like the randomness of a ripped edge. But if I'm careful while I'm gluing these in, I can maybe avoid that ripped look as much as possible. This is fun. Ah, this is cool one because it's like middle gray. It's not like black. It's like a lighter tone of gray. So I think I'm gonna put this lighter tone of gray in a pile of its own. So I get like two piles, one with like black, and then one with a, a lighter shade of black. That one there. Oh, we actually got this recliner right here. I can use some black from that. This area up here could be useful. Hopefully there will be a difference in the saturation of the black. Oh, these are awesome. So that when I'm trying to like a puzzle down an area of dark, it will still have a slight variation of the saturated tone. So it kind of appear like a collage more. That's like a middle tone. This is fun. It's like a no-brainer thing, you know. Let me see, chat. Oh, you love my stories? Thank you. I don't feel that I have many stories at the moment. It's mostly like, yeah, it's been like a really hectic month. Also because our company taxes are due, or they were due this Monday in this week. So I was struggling like a sweaty beast to juggle with that and my mom's funeral and, you know, all sorts of issues with my brothers and stuff. So oh, I got a smidgen of yellow there. It's okay. I actually think that you can do this collage thing if you have your own. Is it called painterly papers? You know, you make them with magicals or whatever, And then you just make sure to stay in like one tone, like dark blue, um, so that you end up with a slight monochromatic choice of your own homemade paper. Like this whole area here is just perfect for that middle tone. Can you just see how this is a good middle tone between the dark one and then the newspaper print with text on it? Awesome. Okay, now it seems like I got more middle tone than I got the black. It also seems like there's nothing else in this newspaper than commercials about carport doors. There's some black right here, like a gas burner. There. And this one too. Ah, this got like a bluish tone. Looks really awesome. There's something really nice when doing monochromatic things, when it shifts into the Payne's gray, the Prussian blue. Wouldn't you say so? Really likable. Oh, I got a barrel. It's brownish. Okay, I'm gonna use it anyway. It's just fun to have a piece of a barrel in his head. I'm not gonna take much, just a little bit. More gray. We don't want gray. Oh, this is actually also a nice middle tone. So I got myself a new phone. Yes. You know what? I have had the first iPhone. My phone didn't have a number. You know, like some have like an iPhone 10, an iPhone 8, 9, 5, 6, but mine was the first, so it's just called iPhone. And of course, it was so old that I couldn't run any apps of any. I don't game on my phone. I'm not a gamer. I don't really use it like that. So and I'm the kind of person who takes care of my stuff, so I can actually have a phone for more than 10 years. But then they changed the regulations about the COVID. You need to have an app downloaded to show that you got a COVID test, or if you had the vaccines, or like you need that app. You need to show it if you want to eat at McDonald's, or they say when you eat out at restaurants and even fast food places qualified as restaurants in my country. There's a roast pig. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take this black one with text up here. So I opt for a Galaxy. Yeah, I've had my iPhone for so many years that I had to do a lot of forced updates with it during the years, and each time the updates, those automatic updates where you cannot use your phone unless you go through that update. A lot of those updates has messed up my phone in various ways, like from the battery going slower to, I don't know, things don't work as good anymore. So in the end, I wasn't able to open up Messenger, or couldn't even view Twitter, barely use Instagram. I could upload a picture to Instagram, but I couldn't like write text or something next to the picture. So now I feel like I am up to date with the phone part in my life. So now a whole world is opening for me, because now I can access all sorts of apps. And I have been browsing around some picture apps where you can put your picture into a grid. So if you want to sketch it, you got the grid on your phone, and then because the Samsung Android Galaxy screen is rather large, it's so large like this, like it's so big that it's got the same size of my calculator, my desk calculator. So I really must be sure of grabbing my calculator, saying hello, you know. But the screen is so large that I actually predict that I can use it as an art tool, because if I swipe with my fingers like that, the pictures will be enlarged automatically. Yeah, that don't take that for granted if you're coming from a regular iPhone. So yay, I liked it a lot. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't know about the loss of my, yeah, my mom passed away the 16th of February. I still have to yeah, it's strange. She's not here anymore, and I still have, like, recently I was doing something in the garden, and then I immediately thought that, oh, I should call and tell her that, because we got like a small, I don't know what those flowers are called. Erantis. It's like a yellow spring flower that bloomed. So when I discovered that yellow flower, I immediately thought, oh, I should call my mom and say that, I got some spring flowers. And then the second I thought it, my mind told me that she's not there. So I still have those impulsive thought that are getting stopped immediately with a nanosecond, where another part of my brain is telling me she's not there. So it's kind of strange, like yeah, it will take some time to wrap my head around uh, that I'm without parents. I lost both my parents within 2.5 years. Yeah, it's just but it was a really rocky upbringing I had. Both my parents were abusers, um, like drug addicts. So there was also a lot of bad memories attached to the memory bank in my head. So I can feel that the mind is making a cleanup, if it makes sense. So yeah, so things has been like really stressed brain wise lately. Yeah, but back to the phone. I'm telling you guys, when I get to figure out how to use it for sketching and stuff, I'm gonna show it on a stream, because to me it looks so fabulous. Like, I think you can choose the geometric grid lines, so you can just do geometric grid lines on your paper, and then on your phone you are able to enlarge a tiny section of each grid. I mean, how amazing is that for putting in details and stuff? So yeah, I can't wait to try and work more with that. Okay, he is still wet. I can feel it, like the dampness of the paper. I think I'm just gonna continue and glue on top, even though it's stamped. Okay, what would a smart person do? A smart person would start putting in the dark, right? Yeah, we're gonna do that. How are we gonna do it? I think instead of gluing down tiny pieces, I'm just gonna wet an area. And now I'm gonna mess up with the charcoal, but it's okay. We're gonna cover it up anyway. I'm just gonna wet this area, which is the eye, right? And then slowly piece in the shapes. It wouldn't be bad actually to have that kind of triangle shape right there. And then there is often like a straight line from that shape there. We need like a tiny line work here. This is super messy. I can feel it's almost like the newspaper wants to dissolve itself. So right now I'm pretty sure don't do this with napkins because it you would hate life. It would be so hard to work with these tiny pieces. Have to be like a sturdy paper from pattern paper, newspaper. So not a napkin friendly process. Oh my god, will I be able to remove that scary look? I think I'm gonna give him like a white eyebrow like this. Because he is like masculine. Oh, this should be turned. Ugh. Oh my god, just like with matte medium, it's starting to glue to my fingers. Okay, it kind of works, but it looks a little bit scary. My mom's been dead for 20 years and I still do. You still do that? Isn't it funny? Like it's a spontaneous part, impulsive part of your brain. Um, and then within the second, it hits you that no, you can't. So it's the first time in my life I have had that urge to just spontaneously call someone like that. But I think most of our communication towards the end was based on phone calls and not so much visits. Um, she kind of became a hermit in the end and didn't want anybody to come in her place. So when contact is based on phone calls, I think that's why I'm ending up in this chain of thought. Yeah. I just think that I wouldn't be feeling like that or thinking like that so much if we had different kinds of contacts, like if I was able to visit her more or stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, this does look scary, I know. Uh, I'm gonna wet this area here. And now I'm like totally quiet because I have to think, you know. It's harder than chewing gum and walk at the same time. The worst part is these linear lines. Okay, right here I got the pleasant cheek showing here in the light. So I could actually go like really bright with a light piece, but that triangle piece to carve out that the chin is ending needs to be blocked in with some black. Oh my god, you see how annoying this is? I squeeze it down and then I lift it up when I remove my finger. Oh man, it looks so mad somehow. Okay, maybe I should get something bright right there on his cheek. Now suddenly it becomes an advantage that the glue is making the newspaper somewhat transparent, because now I need that transparency to let some of the text show up. Um, you know, not enough glue, so I don't get like a white spot. Oh my god. Yeah, this is totally messy. I gave him a wonky nose. nose. uh, yeah, but it's still fun. Okay, let me work on that kind of chin right there, and then a smidgen right here. Only good thing to say about this work procedure is that it's gonna look messy, so parts can actually be covered up. It's not like it's gonna be like a smooth skin tone. I'm getting stuck to everything. This is actually not kids friendly at all. You would think that this is a good activity to do with kids, but I'm telling you, they would have a fuss about getting stuck to newspaper, wiping off their sticky hands in their clothes, you know, attaching paper to the table surface just to get rid of it. Okay, value wise, I like that, and then maybe some white down here on the chin. Whoops. Right there should be some bright. Right there could also be some bright. So right here. Okay, let's just see how this is planning to dry up so far. But he looks kind of scary. So, um, yeah, COVID didn't help at all on introvert people. It became natural to isolate yourself, you know? Yeah. Okay. What about this? I think I will work on this part of the chin and then jump from place to place to allow it to dry. Okay, this should have like not black, but somewhat grayish tone. And I think I'm gonna piece it up with several pieces instead of doing the easy task, which would be like go gripping for like one long strip. Oh my god, I am like Bambi on ice with this. Yeah, look, it looks much nicer when it's pieced up in small pieces instead of big pieces. I would love to have some of this grayish tone on the nose brim. So yeah, what the heck? I'm just gonna put glue on this whole area here. Okay, what size? Maybe I should go like yeah, that one needs to be cut here. Oops. This is let go of my finger. Okay, if you are like a really neat person, and I think I'm on the edge of being that, this is a little bit provocative way of working. Because A, you feel out of control, and B, it's a little bit messy. Oh, and you want to curve things, but it's kind of difficult to make like that curved thing with the newspaper rip outs. Hmm. Okay, here he's got a shadow underneath his nose. So we could actually work on some of the. Now I'm changing. This is like a light gray. Now I'm going like semi. Step out of the dark. So it was a good thing to divide the newspaper strips into shades of dark. Oh my god, will you just stay put? Oh, if this was my day job, I wouldn't last long. It's going from being like really fun to really out of control here. Oh my god. I think I can blame a lot of that on the glue. I should have used matte medium. I think matte medium would be less, not more, but less tacky, less sticky. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe matte medium is this annoying too when you get your hands on it like I am. Okay, I'm not gonna mess more with this because I'm lifting it off. So I need to let it dry somehow. So let's go and put glue on the mouth area. Okay, he's got like really dark shadow under his lip. Oops. You're laughing at my struggle? Well, I'm just happy that I didn't sit down with grandkids or something. Like, we can have like a really nice glowing session. I would be yelling at them 200 times per minute, like, don't touch that. Wipe off your hands. Stop gluing the cat to the table. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can unglue my fingers. I think the issue is also that the glue builds up on your fingers. Okay, I wish that I could have um, some small stripes. I need like one tiny black stripe for the separation between his lips. So, okay, let me wish me luck. I'm gonna tear out the most skinny stripe ever. Just nice and slowly. Okay. I woke up with kind of a stiff left hand. So I kind of made it a little bit harder for myself today. I'm not able to kind of bend my fingers as much as I want to on one of my hands. And I can feel that it would have been a nice tool to be able to do that. Okay, that's the mouth. Oh my god. Okay, one thing I can say about this process, I actually think that you're learning something about value because you are fiddling so long with each tiny area that it gives your brain time to ponder about what kind of value. Like, for instance, now the upper lips, I really have like a long time to build in that tone. Like, we got some lip here, and then we need more lip. Like, most of the upper lip will be in shadow, right? Now I'm in that despair again that I need a very tiny long strip of light gray. Oh shoot, I am lifting up. Yep, not gonna happen. I'm gonna lift up. Okay, the open window for the lips are closed now. Now I need to let it dry. It's stuck to my finger. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe I should work on the background and then not be as fussy with piecing that up in tiny puzzles, but get it down as much as I can. Oh, I really would like to have that word to stand out because in Danish it's saying urge to pee. It could be fun. I could save that, just that word. So if my shadows are starting a little bit low, like here, then I would actually have the word urge to pee isolated. And then I could have like this here. Oh, I got a smidgen of yellow. I need to cover that up. Don't want any yellow. Okay, look, that seems to be the trick, that you take your paper and then you use your fingers to coat it with glue. So it kind of sticks to the paper on top of it instead of your fingers. Ah. Okay, more glue on this area here. I'm running out of the black value. I, I need to go back and rip more. Oops. It's a bit of a shame to cover up the text. So I think I'm gonna start making some areas where the text is showing through. Because if I cover up the whole, the majority of text, the charm about knowing it's a newspaper is suddenly gone. So, oh, I got so sticky finger that I can pick up these pieces just by doing like this. Okay, just use these to carve out his neck proportions and then letting the other areas stay somewhat with text on it. Good plan. Okay, glue. I kind of like that curly. I got a piece of newspaper that's curling on me, so it's getting a little bit three-dimensional. Can you see how it's curling right there? Hmm. I kind of like it, so now I'm gonna try and crumple it up a little bit and try and stick it down with a bump on it. And of course, when you want the bump is not coming. Okay, no. I don't think that I should reach for those effects if I can't control them to come. Okay, let me get some dark values on the opposite side of this chin. I love how I have used the graphite as an underpainting. It actually makes it easier to figure out where to paste these. And then if there is any gaps between the paste pieces, it's covered up by the dark graphite underneath. So it doesn't show up like a white area, if you know what I mean. Ta-ta! Oops. This was a little bit too bright. Well, I just have to roll with it. Let go! Okay. I think I need to put some random pieces scattered so it doesn't look so constructed. Because here's like I only put on the edge of the chin area. Yeah, better, much better. Let's try and make this shadow for the neck. Where do I think the line goes? Something like here, I think. And it's going to be like dark, especially underneath the chin. So it wouldn't be wrong to place this piece right here, right? And then there's always this kind of with the Adam's apple, this really dark, oops, areas of this here. And then, oh, I am so sorry, I'm not looking at chat or anything. I will look in a second. So, oops, that was a little bit too generous with the glue. Oh man, I hope I didn't jinx myself by putting too much glue. Oops. Could you imagine that when this stream is over, of course I'm gonna give it one big coat of either matte medium or glue. Then I'm gonna rise up from the table and go into the kitchen to clean my brushes and stuff. And then I come back and then the fat cat is sitting on top of this. It have happened before with watercolors where I'm making this big wash of something and then I'm thinking, yes, now that wash just have to dry and then I can come back with the second layer. But meanwhile, I'm gonna give myself some fresh water in my rinse jar. So I leave the table and when I come back, on top of my beautiful painting is this overweight ball of fur just camping on my drawing. But this time she would totally regret it because she wouldn't be able to just leave. Okay, here we got like a V-shaped shadow. I'm not sure if I got the right angle for it. Like it's a little bit off here, I feel. Maybe I need like a really bright gray right here. So we can take these cushions from this couch and hopefully they will give me that brighter gray. Yeah. It's fun when you lay down the piece, you can see if it's good or bad. But when you're standing with it in your hands, you're still a little bit in doubt. Shit, the opening time is closed now for this. Now I'm getting stuck to everything I do down here. So more glue and then just let it dry. Man, I'm telling you, these pieces, they're not going anywhere. It's not going to be an item lifting after this is done. It's there for good. Oh my goodness, Lena. Then it will be stuck to the bottom of the cat. Yes. It will be too fast. Yeah. And still being accused of having his brain in his butt, thinking with his butt. I can't even rinse my fingers. Look, it's not coming off. It's like matte medium on top of my nail and everything. Oh my god. I hope that it's not one of those who has to be like worn out. But after the stream, I'm gonna clean my hands with some acetone. Again, my thumb is not getting clean. Oh my god. Yeah, this is turning out to be a project for people who don't mind having a newspaper printed fingers for maybe a week after. I should hit this with a heat gun. Oh, can I separate these sheets here? Oh no. Okay. I almost glued it down to my paper here. Okay. So far we have this. He needs a he's got a friendly eye right there because of the curve. So he needs like a curve more here and then some eyeliner before he looks more friendly on this side. That's like a crazy eye, right? Also need some shadow here. So it's still in progress. But so far, I think I should dry it up and then ponder about introducing the sandwich deli paper. So let me hit it with a heat gun really thoroughly. Okay, I stopped because I was thinking, what if I coated half of his face with that tinted deli paper? Then why would I want to heat set the glue when I can take advantage of some of the areas still being wet from the glue? Because now I got the idea that this was actually going to be like a very nice mid-tone. No, I'm gonna heat set it because I can see that I can kind of lift it up and create bubbles underneath the pieces if I try to mess with it on top of it. Yeah, I'm gonna heat set it. Sorry for being so not knowing what I'm doing. That was a long one. I still got splotchy areas where there was some wet glue, but for the majority, it's not affected if I put my finger on top of it. Okay, and I think that was a wise idea to dry it because then I can reposition these stripes without taking off what's underneath them. I'm just gonna test on his neck here if it was a crazy idea to introduce this deli paper. Oh man, I so hope that it becomes somewhat transparent. So let's see. Da-da-da-da. If I was like neat person, I would have give myself a more straight edge right here. Okay, as good as it gets. Please be transparent. Please be transparent. A little bit, not a lot. Okay, but we can tell when it's dried up, right? So now I said A, I have to say B all the way down here on this side of the neck. His shoulder would be like going downwards like this. Ooh, that was a bad move to take the glue brush in my mouth. Hmm. Oh, you can't really tell. I'm gonna put the camera up down a little bit more. Will it stuck? A little bit. It's getting transparent. So if I'm lucky, when it's dry, we can see if it's going to work. Then we would need something that goes here. Oh. Oh man, I can't wait for this to dry up to see how it looks. I'm gonna hit it with a heat gun. I need to see how it looks, you know. So if I should continue on the facial area, because it is a different hue. This is like a little bit brown, like a not brown, like ochre colored newspaper looking like. So let me dry this up completely to see how transparent is this, and if it's really transparent, I can just without sweating go over the dark areas on the chin and the nose and stuff like that. Yep, I think it worked. It's very subtle. You can actually see the transition being like a soft transition for to the dark newspaper underneath it. So I think I'm gonna rough with that, but only on the half side of the face. Oh my god, look, it's lifting up right there. Just a kiss of glue. Yeah, the reason why it's peeled up like that is because I am fooling around with it after I placed it with a wet finger without letting it dry. Ugh. Let's see, that would look cool. Um, looks a little shell shocked. Yes. Like that's the look the neighbor had in their eyes when they realized that the cat moved into my house. So, what? I'm just so excited that it's possible to have a cat without all the bills, you know. I'm gonna place this like one whole sheet on his chin, but I'm gonna take off that straight edge right here so it doesn't look so straight. Or maybe I should leave it because it is actually a bit dark inside. No, I should take it off. The fun thing about this collage is that I do have some generic idea, like a roadmap, you know, of a face of where to put things. But it's very impulsive. Like you can't 100% control it because it sort of depends on the way you rip your paper and stuff. So it makes it a fun process when you succeed, and a little bit annoying if you get into issues, you know. I should have something on his mouth right here also. I think it's a shame to cover up this dark area totally. So I'm just gonna rip it off a little bit and then place it. It could actually, wish I got glue on it now. Could be a good buffer for his chin area. Whoops. Yup, this is definitely a thinner paper, so it's making me fight for it. It's okay. We can struggle. Oh man, I need to very quickly get rid of this piece on my finger before it gets stuck there. no, it's stuck. Um, I would have like a shadow underneath his nose with this piece of paper. Yeah, the tissue is nice. I'm just gonna quickly coat it over and hope that it will get more transparent. I think it would be cool to have it on the nose also. Yeah, playing with this different tissue thing is a nice experience on top of the newspaper. It's like, it's like something else. Like something here for his nostril. Whoops. Oh man. It is tacky though. It is like, you know what I mean? Like it gets stuck to your fingers. Get off. It's not coming off. Hi, Devon. We are making a mess. Oh my god, I can't even clean my fingers. It's just, like matte medium. Now I got like second skin on my fingers. Okay, this side of his forehead could also be coated in with this darker piece right here. Devon, we're doing collage with newspaper. And I'm thinking that if you guys should try this at home, that you definitely should go for that matte medium. I'm using up collage glue because it's down to the end of the jar. So I need to use it up, So I thought that this could be like a cool project. I've been thinking about doing this papier-mâché collage thing for quite a while, actually. Every time I throw out a newspaper, I actually have been thinking about, oh, I should play with newspaper one day. I can always remove his hairline. Let's see, he would have more shadow down his eyes also. So this is kind of darkish. It's got some black print on it. So if I'm lucky, I can give the illusion of a curved, something curvy down here at the eye. Is that too much? Let's glue it down and see. Okay, let's fix that eye because he does look totally shell shocked. We got that barrel, the front barrel. It's a little bit warmer tone than the black. Just gonna pick up some glue right there. Maybe I could actually use this warmer tone as the eyelid, actually. This would be so fun if you're like a surgery, what's it called, a person who's doing surgeries, a doctor, because it's like very precision. My Frankenstein head here Frankenstein face. Yeah, I sculptured a little bit more of that eye right there. Now I need more dark value, like this black here to give some sort of. Oh man, I lifted it off. Can you see that? Okay, time to dry it. When I start lifting off, oh, now I teared it in two pieces. Definitely time to dry it. When you start tearing it up instead of placing it down, heat gun. Oh man, it's a skating ring. I hope the surgeon is a doctor. Surgeon? Yeah, I can't even say the word. But yeah, me too. It's so tempting to go in with a pen, like I'm gonna dry it up. I'm picking up things just by touching it. I got stuck to my soda can. When I get older, I will remember that this type of glue is good for my glasses, so I know where they are all the time. They're like stuck in my forehead. Okay, let's assess this when it's like semi dried up. Hmm. I like that it's got that. I'm really content about this area down here and the buildup of the nose and the way that it's progressing. Why do I? How come that some of the pieces are actually lifting off when the whole surface is so sticky? Mm, that's a puzzle. This one should be like totally white. I could have some dark up here in this middle gray tone. I hope he's using matte medium and not collage glue. Oh my god, we are. This patient like, yeah, I matte medium your thing together, and then I just coated it with some gesso tinted in a flesh tone, so you won't be able to notice it at all. It's just, oh man, too funny. I think it's strange that I'm picking pieces of newspaper with stripes on it. So now I have to work counterwise with the stripes on his face. Can you see like this is stripes going in this direction? So now I need to switch the direction for the second uh, shadow underneath his hairline. So that was like not planned at all. And then we also have striped areas in this direction, I think. Yeah, note to self, next time I'm doing this, I should not use paper pieces with stripes on it or some sort of a pattern. Okay, I guess that the lips must be ready soon to get another coat. But before we reach that, I've got a piece of the couch right here. I really like the bright gray cushions, like a buffer shadow. So I think I should find some more grayish cushions for this area here. Um, Ta-ta, like this. If I could get rid of this. This would drive Janet nuts. This is too much messy struggle at this time. It's like it's getting worse and worse the more progress I have with this collage. Yeah, a little bit of the cushion right here. Not even a little bit, like almost like a round area. Yeah, like that. Whoops. Yeah, that kind of helped on the value. Is his neck too wide? It could be like a little bit slimmer, wouldn't you say? Like it's a little bit too wide, fat. I need some stripes to do that. If I'm lucky, it can be done in like one long strip starting here. Oh my god, it's teasing me. Oh, look, I actually got a round shape. I actually managed to get a round shape that I can use for this eye up here. Yeah. That was lucky. By the way, I don't like that it's so like a straight edge thing. So, how to avoid that? Can I do like this maybe? Yeah, I slimmed in his neck. And I like it better like that. Okay, before my hands are getting like totally crazy, I need to tear out a very tiny stripe as an eyeliner. Okay, wish me luck. It's gonna be like fussy cutting galore. Putting both my feet on the ground, taking a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Oh shoot. Ah, it's getting totally wonky. But at least I got a round edge on one of the papers, so maybe I can use it as the rest of the eye. Yeah, that was my line. I think I'm gonna cheat and drew them in with the charcoal because it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, this is kind of, it's getting messy, so it's not fun. So I think maybe I should just stop now and then let it dry, come back to it, and then work on it once more. So, and it's also been like 2 hours. Let's see. It already has. I knew it. This is like horrible. And now I'm getting that kind of, I'm feeling kind of annoyed at the moment because everything is sticky, So I think it's a good time to stop and then maybe go on top of some of the areas with art supplies. So it will be like a collage background. But all in all, I think that it's a good exercise for learning values, if you don't mind those mad expressions. So you think it's awesome? Well, thank you, Devin. So, Janet, if this project was in front of you, would it be thrown out of the window by now? Thank you, Ron. I think Janet would have a stand and then think about gesso, white gesso, and then smack a napkin on top of it just to conceal all the stickiness. But it's drying up really thick, like that thick matte medium. Yeah, so it feels like it could be a cover of a journal or something. It's like really sturdy. So it was fun to watch. Okay. Oh, thank you guys. I like that I got the P word up here. I got the most expensive house in the US, and other things are getting covered up. But I should really look for some fun headlines for his hair to peek out, so that it would be fun for at least me who can read Danish to see the collage. Because that's a really fun part of collage is that randomly you sometimes, I think, collage in text that reference to what you're doing. Isn't it fun? Like I don't know, like if you collage two people kissing each other randomly, you will have text in the background saying something about love or engagement or being in love, something. So that's the fun thing about collage. You had a great time. Oh, that's good. So I think I managed to pull myself through this stream. I could barely speak when I did the upload I did earlier today. It was like I haven't spoken English for a long time, only the cuss words. So I was thinking like, oh, I'm so stupid going live, but I wanted to do this with you guys. So thank you very much for coming visiting my house. I will try and find a regular time to stream on my Saturdays, but so far I have been fiddling in between streams. Sometimes Tim Holtz is on, sometimes Debbie Epps actually is on, and today Patty was on. So I will try to figure out a good time slot to be current and regular. So see you on Saturday. So have a nice day. Bye bye.